like anxiety and depression. And I think a lot of that stems from social media and all
Yeah.
that. And I know you're a big believer in ending that stigma of mental health and all that.
Hmm.
Dude, what are your thoughts on like just like TikTok and all that? Because when I look at social media, I think it was originally formed because it wanted to connect everybody.
Yeah.
But it's almost made it, and especially people our age, it's made it to where it develops this anxiety because you're always thinking about like, oh my God, is this picture fire? I'm gonna
Yeah.
get judged for this and that. Is that something you believe in as well?
Absolutely, dude. I mean, I think social media in general, I mean, this is how it works. Like with anything, you know, if you shoot something up in the air, like it's bound to come down. So the way drugs work, the way like adrenaline works is like it shoots up the chemicals in your body to like a very high amount. And then, but that doesn't last forever. You know, it has to come down at some point. So, and the same thing with social media, like it was a really cool, like ride, I think, for a little bit. Um, because it was more like just an addition to people's to life in general. But now I think that it's just ruining people's lives because it is their life. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
social media is, I'd say, like 75% of the humans' population's life. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Right.
especially now during quarantine, people are slave to like their phone and everything on it, and so that just causes a lot of issues. And so, and the same
Yeah.
thing in high school, like I suffered with all that shit, bro. Like it's and I think high school does that a lot. And that's one thing that I really want to bring awareness to is no one's just like no one knows how to talk about it and no one even really knows what they're talking about because like depression is super relative like to the person. I feel like there's a lot of different things that cause depression like in the same way, but you could never go up to someone and like it doesn't matter if it literally does not matter if we've been through the exact same situation. Like we're going to feel a little different. You know what I'm saying? There's going to be
100%.
differences in everyone. And so it makes everyone feel so isolated. Like they literally have no one. Like no one knows what they're going through. And so that's really what I went through, dude. And that's honestly how I found music was because right out of high school, I was like super depressed, started social media because I liked like the affirmation. I'll just be honest. Like it was just like, man, I haven't had this. Like this is dope. Like why are they doing this? And then kind of like blew up on there or whatever, went to a Juice WRLD concert. And that's when I realized I was like, dude, the only thing that I've been able to see in my very few 19 years of my life, but is that music is genuinely the only thing that can bring anyone and everyone together. Like I was at a Juice WRLD concert and there's people of all different races, all different sexualities, all different beliefs, you know, in this one stadium being unified by a guy that was just like willing enough to be open and like use his talents to like talk about real stuff. So that's what inspired me, dude. Like I had to do that. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
that's what I felt like I was called to do. So it really does all intertwine all the way back into school, music, everything, like mental health. It's all one big like picture with just with different strokes. You know what I'm
Right.
saying?
100%. And dude, the thing about it is like I'm 19, you're 19, and we
Oh
like
yeah.
we understand people our age, I feel like, on like a different
Yeah.
level when it comes to this type of stuff. And dude, it sucks for real, but going back to that music thing, like for me personally, music saved me, and it sounds like
Yeah.
music saved you as well. Uh
Absolutely.
and one thing that I'm noticing in this industry too, being at such a young age, and I want to get your thoughts on this. Being as young as we are in this industry, do you get the card played on you that you're young and you don't know anything, and like you kind of just like get brushed off when you bring up ideas and stuff? Because that happens to me all the time. Being 19, especially in the radio industry, I mean, people have been in this industry for 30, 40 years. I get brushed off a lot. Is that
Yeah.
type of stuff happen to you a lot too?
Absolutely, dude. Even down to like how I look. Like, I mean, and it's not even like I really get pressed about it. I don't get mad about it at all. I just I am very observant, so like I look at a lot of things, and I can tell. You know, I don't care about money or fame, so like I don't want anyone to ever think that. I've said that so many times. I love fashion and shit, but because of that, I just like decide to kind of really right now while I'm not on tour. When I'm on tour, I'm gonna be busting out some like fire outfits and like a lot of
Hell
stuff. But
yeah.
I'm just not trying to like really kind of show off too much. You know what I'm saying? And I can
Yeah.
tell that like people just don't see me as like an artist almost, even though like I definitely am. And like most people be like I'll have people on interviews like this, and they'll be like, "So, we'll hear you trying like you're trying to do music. That's so awesome." And I'm like, "Yeah, like
Yeah.
I'm really I'm really
Gotcha.
trying, actually. Like, I really hope it works out, like that type of thing. So, you see that type of stuff everywhere, dude. I mean, whether it's like your age or if it's like you don't look a certain way, like, you know, I love rock music, but I also love rap music, and like I freestyle. That's how I write my music, and so I have so many songs like that I've made where I'm just like rapping and freestyling, and I love Juice World, so like I'll like model it after him, but I have to be careful right now just because people don't see me like that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like if I were to put that out there, people definitely just wouldn't take it how I want it, and so
they judge you.
yeah, exactly. So I definitely agree with you on that, man.
I got you.
There's
Dude,
so many different like prejudices and that people have that it's ridiculous, but it teaches me a lot, man. It's like it's funny, dude. It's like if you really think about it, if we really get enough perspective on enough, everything is like what can you do? You know what I mean?
Right.
Like I could end up with a smile on my face at the end of the day through everything. I'm pretty sure. And I think that's a really good place for people to end it. And it's not really whether like I'm the happiest person. It's just like, bro, if you can really get in control over who you are rather than what other things do to you, then that's when you'll start being successful.
I got you. Would you? I see a lot of people talking about in the comments, commenting about like you and Juice WRLD's relationship. Was Juice like a huge impact in your life?
Oh yeah, dude. This whole upper sleeve of my arm. This says empty. I don't know if you can see it.
Oh, dude, that's sick.
Yeah, like the whole upper sleeve of my arm is like all Juice WRLD stuff. Just because like one is just another reason to get another tattoo. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But dude, like
gotcha.
literally, when I was like severely depressed in high school, and I didn't go to school for 6 months really, and almost didn't graduate. And so I just would literally I only listened to Juice WRLD and X. I have X tattooed on my hand, but
that's so sick.
He just became like an idol of mine. And then he was the first concert I've ever been to in my life, like first concert, and the last concert I've been since, basically. And then like he was just, bro. It was like I'm trying to. What's the word? It was almost like kismet. Like that's what it was. It was like me being in the crowd where I was, like, and where he was. Everything was just like meant to be that way. Like it was a puzzle piece because I found my destiny, my purpose, because literally just being watching him perform. You know what I'm saying? That's how I found my performance. My destiny. So yeah, dude, I owe it all to him, man. And it's like I was actually supposed to meet him a week after he passed away. With my boy Sean Kingston. So yeah, I was like ripped about it, dude, because I just don't think there's anyone else like Juice WRLD. Like I just really don't.
He was definitely a one of a kind, man. He was one of a kind.
And people used to like harp on me and stuff because like I have a big platform. I need to like spread like good, responsible, positive light. But and people would get mad. They're like, "Yo, you're such a big drug user, dude," and it's sad for me because people just look at people the wrong way, and that's definitely how I don't want to go down. You know, I want to go down because you could obviously tell he was really addicted to drugs, but it was because there was something inside of him that was like so empty, you know, and he talked about that in his songs, literally empty. And it's like, I think people really need to get perspective when they go into things, because if I wouldn't have had the perspective I had, I promise you I wouldn't be here right now.
And that's another big thing too with like social media is people, they see these headlines, Juice WRLD overdoses, blah, blah, blah. And that's the first thing. They don't like read into it. They don't read into his past. Like they don't take the time to realize like what kind of person he was, the kind of demons that he was fighting every single day. And it sucks, man. It sucks. Because I could tell.
Oh, you go ahead.
Like personally, I could tell like he was fighting those demons. I've had people in my family addicted to drugs. I still have family who are addicted to drugs, and like I see their battles every day. And to have that kind of stigma against you and people thinking like, oh, he's just a drug addict, like, dude, I just want to tell these people, fuck off, dude.
No, exactly. And the same for me, bro. I've been like, I'm 19, but I've been through like a lot of shit, dog, and I'm not proud of everything that I've done. And on a lot of times I don't even really get to talk about it because like people are so, like my team and like a lot of people get so scared. They're like, no, we don't want people to take it the wrong way. And so my whole like goal with like social media and music too has really just been trying to show people like love leads to change. And so I'm trying to keep like the same legacy that Juice WRLD dropped when he like sadly passed, and like just take it forward, showing people that I'm gonna be honest. Like I'll be honest with y'all as long as y'all are honest with me and stop acting like y'all are all like perfect and that you're not going through the same stuff I am. Because like I know you see the stuff on the news, I know you see my mistakes, but it's like why do you think I'd be doing this? You know what I'm saying? Like why do you think things happen? And it's like ultimately it's up to me to learn and change. But I think that there's a lot of learning to do with
100%.
artists and like honestly supporters. And I'm really trying to bridge the gap between, you know, millions of people in one. That's really what I'm trying to do. Because if you think about it, it's all connected. Like you can't have the million without the one, and you can't have the one without the million. It's like
Right.
they both go into each other. So I'm really just trying to spread as much wisdom as I can, even though it's not mine. I get my wisdom from a higher power, and I'm grateful for that. But I just love people, man.
That's awesome, bro. I feel like I could talk to you like for hours about this stuff, but I got such a short amount of time. I want to try and get through some of these other questions. I want to talk to you about Travis Barker's label when you got signed to that DTA. Like how was your reaction when you first like got signed on to that, man?
Dude, it was so like almost anticlimactic because, dude, I wish I would have just had more knowledge about like the music business and everything, because I do now. But it's 6 months later, you know, so I've like been through it a little bit.
Yeah.
But when it first happened, he was the first person to call my label, and then that, like, as soon as Travis starts trying to hit up somebody, every label in America tries to hit them up. So I wouldn't say, I always tell people like, yeah, I talked to every record label in the nation, and then but it's like, it's not even because it was me, it was because Travis was interested in me. So like honestly, everything I had, any recognition really, I owe from Travis, which was so dope. And so I met with everybody. Honestly, didn't even think I was going to go with him. I don't even think he knows this, because I just hadn't met him yet. Like I hadn't talked to him or anything. And I met with every single label. And then I met him at his vegan restaurant. And then after that night, dude, I was like, all right, bro, this guy is literally cool. Like he's the coolest, like the coolest guy in the world. No one understands it. He's the coolest guy in the world. Like just like honestly the most humble and like nice guy. So I owe everything to him, man. Like that's my big brother and like one of my best friends too. So
that's awesome.
Love that guy.
Hell yeah, man. We only got like a minute or so left, man. I checked out your TikTok today, and I've been on your TikTok for a while, but you posted about 6 days ago a new song coming up. You kind of posted a little bit of a teaser.
Yep.
How is that? Can you give us some like information on that, song title or anything like that?
Absolutely, dude. So my first feature on a song, which I'm really fucking pumped about, dude. Like the fact that I have a feature is like, how is that possible, dude? I don't think no one gets it. Like a year and a half ago, I was the consumer. Like I was the person waiting for music, and now it's like I'm the person like giving up music. So it's my first feature. Hopefully, I mean, a lot of people know who he is. I love it. He's a great guy. Makes fantastic music. I'll just say it really quick, and we're gonna move on. Ian Dior, and then because like you know, you never know if you're supposed to say it or not, because my label just happened. But so that's coming out in like 3 weeks. Music video is gonna be fire. We're really excited about it. And then after that, I have an EP dropping in like early November or late October. So that's gonna be like 7 new songs. So that's gonna be fire.
Dude, you got a good head on your shoulders, man. I'm super pumped to see you excel in this industry, man. You got a good head on your shoulders, and I'm rooting for you.
Appreciate that, dog. Thank you, man. It means a lot, bro.
Yeah, thank you for joining me today, man. I really wish we could keep doing this. Like I feel like I could talk to you for hours.
Dude, we could. I promise. We'll do it again. All right.
All right, sounds good, man. Hey, you take it easy.
Hey, you too, brother. Blessings, man.
Peace. Hey, everybody, make sure you go check out Jxdn. He has Angels and Demons out everywhere. Check out his other music. He is obviously probably one of the coolest interviews I've ever done right there. So go check him out, Jxdn, Jxdn on everywhere. And thank you for tuning in for the live. Thanks, guys.